Caledonius Fackler Johnson was born a slave in 1844, owned by the Knoxville family of Colonel Pless McClung. After the Civil War, this newly freed slave made great strides toward racial equality. In 1922, the townspeople named this park in his honor. It's much smaller now than it was then, lost to the growth of commerce. But that probably wouldn't have bothered old Cal Johnson. He was one of the most successful businessmen Knoxville has ever seen.
After the Civil War, blacks flocked to nearby towns to find jobs and begin their lives as freed men. One of these men was Cal Johnson. He wanted to work, and he was willing to work cheap. His bid was the lowest for a government contract to dig up the bodies of Union soldiers for reburial. For the first time in his life, Cal was earning his own wages.
Cal opened the Lone Tree Saloon here at the corner of Gay and Vine Street. Both black and white customers came here to quench their thirst. Business was booming.
Now he was ready for his next gamble. As a slave child, it was Cal's responsibility to take care of the racehorses. As a successful businessman, he now opened a racetrack of his own. The site of Johnson's racetrack is now known as Speedway Circle, and it's lined with homes, children, and cars. But back in the horse and buggy days, the sights and sounds were much different. But Cal's business success didn't come off without a hitch. After the turn of the century, the first segregation laws were passed in Tennessee.
Did that affect Cal's operations much, do you think?
I don't know, but I would assume that if laws were passed saying that blacks and whites couldn't mingle in eating establishments or drinking establishments or schools or any other public thing, I'm sure that took its toll. I've heard stories that because of his rise to prominence with his racetrack, that some people got racing outlawed in the state of Tennessee.
But Cal Johnson continued to improve his life and the lives of others. He often said he would give up all his money for a little bit of education, and he freely handed out money to young folks trying to improve theirs. His motto was, if you say it, mean it, and if you buy it, pay for it. When he died in 1925, reports say the bulk of his estate went to the church.
If a man who was born a slave can achieve what he achieved from one of the most evil systems the earth has ever seen, that certainly ought to inspire people.